Are Messi and Ronaldo still world class?
I think that you can almost change the goalposts a little bit for them, because I personally think the answer is yes. They are the best footballers that we have ever seen and probably will ever see.
Yeah.
Messi has just won and pretty much catapulted into Miami to within 2 years or 2.5 years of winning the MLS overall, which is getting better and more competitive.
Messi would still do it at the highest level for me.
Yeah, and
I've watched a load of him. I said it to you fairly recently. I don't care what kind of defence you're coming up. The spaces that he's operating in are outrageous still. His little touches, the goals, the finishes. He's not lost anything.
No, I don't think he has.
He'd come to the Premier League and be the best player in the league.
The thing with a player like, and this is why I'm always Messi over Ronaldo in terms of the best footballer that's ever played the game. It's his brain. Ronaldo's the best goal scorer. Messi for me is the best footballer, and his brain. I would love to spend just 5 minutes in his brain whilst he's playing football. He must play in slow motion.
It's savantism. Have you like you see like some people have just supernatural gifts, savants for music, and you can see that, and we're okay to call it that. That's what it is in football. Nobody's ever played the game like him. I don't want to hear Maradona shouts. I do not want to hear Pele shouts. He is the best footballer that will ever play the game.
And do you know what really frustrates me is the whole, but the utensils these days are better. They're this, they're that. Exactly. And so that is why he's the best player.
The standard's higher.
Because they've got the best things available to them, the best equipment available to them. So naturally, that's going to make them a better player, which means that by definition, he is the best player that's ever lived. But take all of the peripherals argument, the boots, the balls, the pitches. His brain should donate his brain.
Yeah. It's not about feet. It's not about legs. It's not about your left foot. It's about a brain.
If you could bottle that,
like I said, it is the Pablo Picasso. It's the Michelangelo of football. It's Beethoven. What I'll say on the Ronaldo side of it, because I think there is still a debate, and I think I've said it before, Ronaldo's the greatest footballer that's ever lived. Messi's the best. And I do think you can distinguish between the two, and I do think there is a difference. When I talk about greats, I think of Zidane, I think of Ibrahimovic, I think of Bobby Charlton, I think of those sort of players. If I think of the best footballers, I think of Maradona, George Best. I think of players that are like, wow, they've got so much ability, but greatness comes from not just trophies, goals, it's stepping up in the biggest moments and becoming and almost surpassing the sport.
I do get what you're saying. I mean, I will be Messi over Ronaldo in many things, but there will inherently be a bias. Because having had to watch him do it for Man United, that we're humans, that won't go away. But I can appreciate what you're saying, and I don't disagree with it, because you think of like Michael Jordan, for example. He's a NBA great, but there will be huge arguments. There have been much better players than him. Yeah, so LeBron, I completely understand what you're saying in terms of that. He's an icon. He's more of an icon in icon status than Messi.
Messi is the icon because of how good he is, whereas Ronaldo is the icon because of everything that comes with Ronaldo.
The celebration,
the drama, everything. I think on which one is world class, I still think Messi's world class. I don't think Ronaldo's world class anymore.
Yeah.
I still think Ronaldo's great. I still think Ronaldo could do it in the Premier League. Yeah. I have no doubts that he could. He does it on the international stages as well. So it's not like the standard gets any worse. And people will say, oh, yeah, but he scores against Armenia. Yeah, but he also scores against Spain and France and in the Nations League, and still scores in massive games against massive teams. So
it doesn't go away.
That argument isn't valid. When I watch Messi into Miami, I'm forget the standard of MLS. Just watch him. If you haven't seen him, haven't seen his highlights, the touches, the passes, They are intricate. They're within an inch. Everything he's doing that he used to do, with the exception of dribbling past 20 players, which he actually still has a little bit of, the finishes, the spaces that he operates in, it's mind-blowing.
It's the through balls that we're watching from a broadcast angle and we don't see, and he'll still find them.
He's got an argument to be still maybe even the best playmaker in the world. I think it's a shame he's in the MLS.
Yeah, I do as well.
I think it's a real shame. And I think it's a shame that Ronaldo went to Saudi as well.
I understand it, but
I still want to see them both in... I want to see them both in the Premier League.
So here's a question. It's a NFL draft type situation. What level, what team do you think they both get into, like week in, week out, and do a job at? So I guess what I'm saying is, do Messi and Ronaldo both get into City and Arsenal's team, or do you think Ronaldo might be more at Villa? And
Ronaldo would get into Arsenal's team. Ronaldo would get into Man United. He'd play for Chelsea. If I'm thinking the top teams in the Premier League, I think he gets into all of them except for City.
Starting now.
Yeah. With regards to Messi, there's not a team in the world that he doesn't get into. I really don't. I've thought about it. I've watched a lot of him since he's gone out there. And I think he's better than he was at PSG.
Yeah, I love him. And I think we watch a lot of MLS, and even if it's just the highlights of the game.
Miami on, I'll watch him.
100%.
Any chance that you get
to see that
whilst he's still playing,
correct,
go and watch Messi. I used to say it all the time. When he was at Barcelona, when Ronaldo was at Madrid, I couldn't miss a game in the Liga every time Real Madrid and Barcelona, because I knew we're watching something that I'll likely never get to watch again. So I'm going to enjoy every second of it. When he went to PSG, Messi, I watched every game that I could. Yeah. How many times did you say, oh, do you want to do this? And I said, I can't watch in PSG.
Yeah.
Because I just think we're going to get that so few times in the future that I think now you have to watch them.
I don't think there ever will be. You see flashes in the Lamine Yamals and things like that. That two players that are both the best that have ever played the game, fighting out at the two biggest clubs in the world, year after year, taking a Ballon d'Or off each other every year. Yeah. That's never going to happen
We'll
again.
never see that again.
What I find mental is, because you've just said, and I agree with you, that Messi would get into any side in the world.
Every team.
I have my doubts on Ronaldo, not as much as people would think. That's not the point I'm making. There will be so many people that watch this on a clip or the full episode and say, these two don't know what they're talking about. They're both washed. They're both past it. Watch them.